Hello everyone, this is Epic808 here, otherwise known as Paco or Paco. I'm just going to go over some of the Bravely default system things. I'm going to show you guys that I have the difficulty set to hard, and that I'm going to go up against Lord DeRosso and one-turn him. And yes, I understand that I'm OP right now with everyone max leveled and everything on Chapter 5, but I will be explaining exactly how, for those who don't seem to want to use the right combinations, or those who can't even grasp the concept of the right combinations of certain things to use, I'm going to show you something you may want to take advantage of, and it's the dual wielding aspect of the game. I'm sorry there's no sound. For some reason, when I recorded this video, I couldn't get any of the sound to work, so I had to just deal with it at that time when I recorded it. And I had already killed DeRosso, so it's not like I could go back and fight him again, because I have my game set to autosave. But anyways, so dual wielding, what people don't understand, or people may not notice yet, is that when you dual wield two different types of weapons, you actually get access to two different lists of supers, or specials, sorry. And if you use both specials, you can actually use both of them in the exact same turn. So I'm going to demonstrate here by having everyone brave 4 times, and then after the last special is activated, I'm going to activate my Bravely Second with Tiz and do Megiddo Flame, which I have nicknamed Nebulung Valesti. Brownie points for those of you who can get that. So the reason why I say you may want to take use of using separate weapons instead of the exact same weapon 2 times is because you'll have access to both sides of the specials. And not only will you have access to them, but you can actually select both specials. So here I am in the menu screen. I'm sorry about the blurriness. I don't know what is up with the camera. I think it's trying to autofocus on the 3DS's multi-layering screens, and because of the multi-layering, it's actually throwing off the focus on where the lens should focus. So you're going to see the focus pan off, and I apologize for that. I mean, like right now, I'm just trying to see if it's going to refocus, but it really doesn't, so I just end up setting attacks. So what I have is I have Tiz just brave 4 times for basic attacks. I'll have Agnes brave 4 times, first attack Withering Ripple, as you can see. This is a special, I believe. If you are not going to use the right types of class, you need to have at least one caster, one person with a rod, and abuse Withering Ripple, because of all the negative buffs you give to your opponents. Now she is also casting Megiddo Flame. As you can see, that was 9999. Of course, that does help with my level, but it also helps with the Withering Ripple, because of Withering Ripple casting the debuffs on Lord DeRosso. Almost every special, actually every single special will do 999 and more, except for Tiz, because it'll be a lot higher, and Withering Ripple doesn't do any damage. So there the focus went out again. So now she's casting Horizon. As you saw, the first one was Cross Dance? I can't remember what it was called. And then 2 basic attacks. Ring a Bell is using Hack and Slash because he has the Excalibur. And then he's also going to cast Megiddo Flame, which was a mistake because I was supposed to... Oh no, he did cast Horizon. Never mind, I'm an idiot. Sorry, I'm just doing a voiceover over the recording. So yeah, I accidentally hit the camera while I was trying to hit start for the Bravely Second. So now I'm going to have Tiz cast Megiddo Flame that I have nicknamed Nebulung Valesti. Again, brownie points to those who can get that. And yes, I have this as sent data, so those of you who are my friends when I was recording this should have gotten this attack. And as you can see, Lord DeRosso has fallen. Now, I understand that I had this in a really bad quality, it's a bad angle, the blurriness kept cutting in and out. So I'm going to record another fight between me and the Gigas Lich. The second fight of the Gigas Lich. So I'm still in chapter 5 during that fight. And I'm just gonna pretty much do the exact same thing I just did here, so that I can show you guys exactly what happened. And I forgot to pick up the camera and point it at the screen so that you could see the data to show that I was on hard. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and do that now. Luckily, I was able to find out how to put the sound into the video with the camera. Sorry, I got the camera from my girlfriend, but she normally has it with her, and I never really get to play around with it because, well, I bought it for her. And when it comes to capturing gameplay on a 3DS, it's a little difficult, but there are 3DS capture cards, I just don't have one yet. So for now, I'm just going to resort to using a camera. Until then, I will probably have to just use the camera. Yeah. So what you're about to see next is going to be a video recording of me fighting Gigas Lich. I'm going to explain my equips and my menu setups. Or not my menu setups, my ability setups. That way you guys can see exactly who is doing what damage and why it is like that.
There we go. Okay, so I've seemed to clear it up the blurriness issue, at least a little bit. I mean, I'm still having trouble every time I stop the video. It acts up on me, so I pretty much have to try and do this in one cut, but that's besides the point. So I'm going to take this time to explain at least my equipment and my ability setups and all my specials and everything. So first, let's take a look at my equipments. We're going to go to Tiz. Now, as you can see, Tiz doesn't have an item in a second hand because I have his abilities maxed out toward damage, or at least physical damage, at least with the Donner Slag. And so he also has Hanky Helm, Hanky Armor, and Hyper Bracers. I only have this because, like I said, I'm trying to max out his physical attack, and this is the best way I can do it so far in the game. At least with what I have so far. Now, Idea almost has the... I'm sorry, not Idea. Man, I suck today. Anyez has almost the exact same setup. The only difference is she's holding the Rod of Ice. That's so she can cast the Withering Ripple. Everything else is pretty much generally the same. Except she has a Hermes shoes because I want her to go first. If you can pay attention to the next video I'm going to show you, it's going to be hilarious. Well, not hilarious, but it was more of a confusion to me. It was awkward. As you can see, Ring of Bell has the Donner Slag Excalibur, same armor and weapons. And then you see Idea with... Oh, what the hell? Shit. Well, that explains why she did that. She has the golden egg. I'm grinding for money. Money that I don't need right now. But I also don't need job points or experience because I'm max levels. But anyway. So she has the Donner Slag and the Falcon Knife. This allows her to cast the Dagger specials and the Spear specials. Now if we move over to specials, go over to Tiz. As you can see, the Spear, he has the Nebula and Velesti. Light base, 50 power, undead slaying, paralyzed touch. This is what I used against Gigas Lich. Now, Anyez has the same thing, which I believe she used Horizon. No? Maybe she ended up using Magical Flame. And Withering Ripple, which gives physical defense down, paralyzed resistance down, light resistance down. So because of all of these is the reasons why I'll sort all of my attacks to have lightning based attack, paralyzed touch, and because all my attacks are physical, I will have physical defense down for 5 more turns. Of course, I probably don't need it, seeing as how I'm one-turning everything. Ring of Bell has Horizon. No. Well, that explains why he didn't do that much damage on his Horizon. Unless I made him catch Magical Flame. I don't remember. Anyway, his Hack and Slash, I know he used. He has Light, 50 power, Undead Slaying, Paralyzed Touch. Idea definitely used Horizon. Light, as you can see, all the same. And all the same on Cross Divide. Now if you go over to abilities, only Tiz looks a little different. So he has physical attack up plus 40% and two-handed. Two-handed increasing the damage dealt by a weapon or increasing its natural strength when you do not have another equipped item in the opposite hand. So two-handed increasing my spear and plus 40% attack. Now, I understand that late game, this is not an ideal setup, but for at least up until chapter 5, if you have this, this is more than enough for almost every single boss. So, no. I'm gonna go over to Anya's. Anya's has spear lore, helm lore, armor lore, and M attack up 20%. This being because I've actually switched her to having black magic instead of being a spear master. Shoot, keep doing that. Now, Ring of Bell has dual wield, spear lore, armor lore, and speed up plus 10. And then Idea has dual wield, spear lore, armor lore, helm lore. Just increasing their defenses from their weapons. Because they're not actually the ones casting the Bravely Second, there's no need to having them have extra strength because 9999 is 9999 regardless of how you get there. It'll always be the same. So once you get to 999, the problem isn't putting out more damage. At that point it becomes you need to start defending yourself, which, as I believe most of the pro players will agree with, that defense becomes your greatest adversary in the game. Like, you really want to be best friends with your defensive stats. Because like I said, once you hit 9999, unless you're Bravely Second, you can't do more than that. So once you reach that point, make sure you're stacking up on the defenses instead of offenses. Because I really hope there isn't people dropping huge amounts of money to Bravely Second all day, day. Okay, so now I'm just going to go to the video where I'm going to show you me fighting the Gigas Lich. I'm going to have sound this time, so I hope you guys enjoy it, and you guys have a good day. There we go, now it's not blurred. Well, that's awkward. Idea went first. Whoa.